even if in winter things tend to freeze. We got the world monopoly on trees, and our country's bordered by 3 different seas.
Yeah, I know that you wanna be Canadian, please. We invented the zipper, we got expertise. We made insulin to combat disease. Yeah, I know that you wanna be Canadian, please.
We took out the monarchy, the U.S. has the money, but I know that you wanna be Canadian. The French will get the wine and cheese, koala chew with the Aussies, but I know that you wanna be Canadian.
Et si ce n'était pas assez, on a 2 langues officielles, l'anglais et le français. Ooh la la.
Yeah, I know that you wanna be Canadian, please. Where else do you find mounted police or go to the hospital and not pay fees? I know that you wanna be Canadian, please.
And when fresh water's in high demand, we got the world's largest supply on hand. So you know that we can make a pretty good friend, but it's even better if you can.
We took out the monarchy, the U.S. has the money, but I know that you wanna be Canadian. The French will get the wine and cheese, koala chew with the Aussies, but I know that you wanna be Canadian.
So you're thinking to yourself, how do I live in this beautiful country? Well, I've got some steps for you to follow.
Step 1, lose the gun.
Step 2, buy a canoe. Step 3, live multiculturally. Step 4, you're ready, there is no more. We got beavers, caribou, and moose. We got buffalo bears, a Canadian goose. And we're sorry about Celine Dion, but she did do that good song for James Cameron. Cameron.
We took out the monarchy, the U.S. has the money, but I know that you wanna be Canadian. The French will get the wine and cheese, koalas chew with the Aussies, but I know that you wanna be Canadian. The Greeks all chill with Socrates, can build a wall like the Chinese, but I know that you wanna be Canadian. In Kenya they have safaris with myths lots of other countries, but I know that you wanna be Canadian.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land. True patriot love in all our sons' command. Car ton bras s'est porté l'épée, il s'est porté la gloire. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus belles.
Yeah, I know that you wanna be Canadian, please. Even if in winter things tend to freeze. We got the world monopoly on trees, and our country's bordered by 3 different seas.
Yeah, I know that you wanna be Canadian, please. We invented the zipper, we got expertise. We made insulin to combat disease. Yeah, I know that you wanna be Canadian, please.
We took out the monarchy, the U.S. has the money, but I know that you wanna be Canadian. The French will get the wine and cheese, koala chew with the Aussies, but I know that you wanna be Canadian.
Et si ce n'était pas assez, on a 2 langues officielles, l'anglais et le français. Ooh la la.
Yeah, I know that you wanna be Canadian, please. Where else do you find mounted police or go to the hospital and not pay fees? I know that you wanna be Canadian, please.
And when fresh water's in high demand, we got the world's largest supply on hand. So you know that we can make a pretty good friend, but it's even better if you can.
We took out the monarchy, the U.S. has the money, but I know that you wanna be Canadian. The French will get the wine and cheese, koalas chew with the Aussies, but I know that you wanna be Canadian.
So you're thinking to yourself, how do I live in this beautiful country? Well, I've got some steps for you to follow.
Step 1, lose the gun.
Step 2, buy a canoe. Step 3, live multiculturally. Step 4, you're ready, there is no more. We got beavers, caribou, and moose. We got buffalo bears, a Canadian goose. And we're sorry about Celine Dion, but she did do that good song for James Cameron. Cameron.
We took out the monarchy, the U.S. has the money, but I know that you wanna be Canadian. The French will get the wine and cheese, koalas chew with the Aussies, but I know that you wanna be Canadian. The Greeks all chill with Socrates, can build a wall like the Chinese, but I know that you wanna be Canadian. In Kenya they have
Oh my goodness, there's both of us here. There was a little bit of fluffle, so I waited a few seconds because I just didn't know what was going on with you there, BG. I was just like, am I on
Ah.
the phone again? Do I have to
No,
wing it?
no.
'Cause
I'm so sorry, by the way, about Wednesday. Seriously. It was so bad. So I'm not allowed to delete it until Arms Killer gets a bunch of clips. I don't know what he thinks he's gonna find, but okay. Hey, Red Feather.
Oh, that's funny. At least at least he could get the end, towards the end where I came back in and Pete was like, go to bed, Jen. Go to bed. I think he wanted me to go to bed so he could go to bed, but I was like, I just wanted to see if anyone came in here to spam, because I was hoping for at least 10 people to come in and just be like, Blind girl, go to bed.
I'm enough. We had keep her down. That's right. We gotta keep it down. Like, yo, go to bed. And it's like, well, technically, I'm past that, so I'm already in bed, sorta. I mean, my bed is where I am, where I sleep. It doesn't necessarily have to be the bed-like shaped thing. It could just be the floor or the floor.
It's
Yeah.
not good for you, though. Don't sleep
No?
on the floor more than you have to.
Oh yeah, I think I ate some lint. Because carpet it collects a little lint. So just
Was that actually a 420 stream too? Oh my god, it was.
oh Jesus Christ! Oh man, it really wow! I didn't realize that.
424 stream if you're foreign and wrong. That's fantastic.
Don't do drugs, okay?
Oh, the way that would have been better is if we actually had done it at 420. We almost did too. It was like 5:20. It was like 5 o'clock. It would just been a little sooner. No wonder Hammer was laughing so hard.
Well,
Well, we are clearly Canadian at this stream, The only thing not Canadian is we're not drinking clearly Canadian, which I would, but they're expensive.
they are.
I'm like, for what they are, I'm like, they're the better, like, sparkling water for one thing. They are.
They are. They're delicious.
I'm like, oh yeah, I miss them. I mean, we do have them back, but they're gonna lose again because yet again they don't understand that glass bottle of theirs doesn't make the product better. It just makes it really expensive. I don't know if
but it looks pretty.
it does. They look very pretty. I just don't know if it's necessary. Like, if it's necessary to keep the flavor, then sure, keep it. But, like, if you can do a bottle that's cheaper and sell your product for cheaper, you'll sell more. Because it's good.
Moose juice.
Mhm.
Yeah. Not just picturing someone tipping moose over and drinking them. It's like, ugh. Hi,
Yes.
Tucker.
Apparently, 420 leads to 421. Well,
Yeah, I had to remember that, the 421. That's a good thing to remember.
yeah, the hangover the next day is pretty much it,
Oh, yeah, it's true. What's the, wait, oh, okay. All right, never mind. Wow, I feel really stupid.
Well,
Okay, I was moving my camera
mhm.
to the screen of us just to check everything out, right? And I paused it because I thought I was looking at your camera, but I was looking at a meme. And so I'm wondering why your camera suddenly looks like you're a ghost or something. And I'm like, wait, oh shit, I'm not looking at Jen. Look at this fucking meme. What am I doing?
I also shift to the right a little bit if I'm doing something off camera. Like sometimes when I'm filling with my pipe, I do that off camera. So I will shift to the side a little bit, and all you see is a ghost, But then I come back. Boo! I'm here.
And at least you bounced back. Bouncing back is good.
Right?
Cryptic, hi.
Hi, Cryptic.
Oh wait, that's Credible Threat. Big Joe, hi.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that? all of the regulars in the house?
Oh, I gotta share this
Yeah.
too. I didn't do that. I was a little bit distracted because I was worried that you had disappeared. I was worried that Discord ate you, basically. Because
It
Discord
kind
does.
of did. It ate me because I thought I was in here already, but I was apparently in Discord limbo and didn't notice. I was wondering why, you didn't just bounce in. I'm like, she's taking a while.
There we go. I got through my Twitter time because that's what happens. I'll go and share something and then realize I'm absorbed by the first thing I've seen because the first thing I've seen is usually gross and bullshitty or somebody trying to convince me something horrible is true. And this time I got lucky because it was just Pat with a list of different sex positions, and he was confused because it didn't have angry sex. He's like, "Isn't angry sex a thing?" I was like, "Yeah, it should be. It's not on the list though." It was 6 positions, like quickie, and I'll pull that one up again. Screw it. Pat shows funny
damn.
stuff.
Whoa.
Pat is the bear of funny memes.
What the hell is
Assuming
going
I
on in
find it.
Edmonton?
What?
Yeah, what the hell is going on with Edmonton?
Oh, I don't know. Let's look.
7 youth charged with second-degree murder in death of Edmonton high school student.
Oh. I don't know.
7 teenagers. That's crazy. The victim, a grade 10 student at McNally High School, was waiting for a bus on the afternoon of April 8th when he was assaulted. He died a week later in hospital from a stab wound to the chest. The victim and suspects were known to each other. And it is believed that this incident was an escalation of violence between 2 rival groups.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah, I'm not surprised. We do still have some gangs up here. It's not like they're huge in numbers, but it's not too different from what you guys have. Ontario has it too. They kind of go from province to province, or yeah. There's a little bit of gang stuff up here every once in a while. I wouldn't take it too seriously because they don't really do it that often. It's like once every couple of years they'll have like a fight that breaks out that they just can't contain, and then the cops find it.
That's just, it's weird to me. I guess you Albertans are just that crazy.
Well, they're not white people gangs. I'm just saying.
As long as they're not white people gangs.
I mean, I'm not saying there aren't white people gangs. I'm just saying the gangs I'm talking about who do all that stuff, they're usually like, yeah. Just saying.
Oh, and Guy Lafleur died.
The what?
Guy Lafleur.
Oh. Okay. That's sad.
You know who that is, right?
I should. I know I should.
Montreal Canadiens.
Oh.
Guy Lafleur. He was like a super duper awesome hockey player.
Yeah. It's Montreal and hockey. I know I should care, but I don't know. Albertans be cold, man.
Yeah.
That's why Quebec don't like us. They're like, "You're so cold. Won't you let us wine and dine you?" And we're like, "No." You cost too much. I'm kidding. I kid. Yeah, that's sad. Yeah, I wasn't thinking of the name. I was like, I know I should know that name, but that sounds like something from like the 80s and the 90s. And I was like, you know what? I'm not wrong. I mean, at least he had a good life. You know what? He played hockey. He brought dreams to lots of kids who were like, "I'm gonna be like you someday, sir." And I'm sure he did lots of charities, and I hope he was surrounded by his family, and then in his last moments he was surrounded by love. There.
And the natives are doing something retarded again. The Hudson's Bay Company, which facilitated the colonization of Western Canada 352 years ago, is about to transfer its former flagship department store in downtown Winnipeg to Indigenous ownership. Because, god damn it, Winnipeg, we need natives to be doing stuff in our diversity hire bullshit, and Winnipeggers, you will know it to be true. Like, in fucking Winnipeg of all places, like, come on, Winnipeg has a song about it called I Hate Winnipeg, okay? When you have a song that says I hate and then your name, you know you suck. It's fucking Winnipeg.
Yeah.
On Friday morning, the Bay will hand over its 6-story, 655,000 square foot building at the corner of Pontage Avenue and Memorial Boulevard in Winnipeg to the Southern Chiefs Organization, which represents 34 Anishinaabe and Dakota nations in southeastern Manitoba. Like, okay, the SCO, Southern Chiefs Organization, I guess, plans to spend $130 million in the coming years transforming the former Bay building into a mixed-use development called Wewene Bagakina, or in English, it is visible, because that's a great fucking name. Why don't you just name it Two Dogs Fucking? Plans for the project include 300 affordable housing units for members of Southern First Nations. Oh, so the first thing you're going to do is the races. 2 restaurants, a public atrium and rooftop garden, a museum, and an art gallery. You forgot the drumming circle room, eh? One of the restaurants on the main floor will serve First Nations cuisine. The second will be a reboot of the Bay Department Store's restaurant that they have there because, you know, whatever. The project will also include office space for Indigenous entrepreneurs, racism again, a health center, a child care facility, a senior center, and a new seat of government for the SCO and a memorial for residential school victims and survivors. The SCO plans to transfer 2 beaver pelts and 1 elk hide to Richard Baker, the HBC's governor and executive chairman, as a symbolic payment for the building. What? Beaver pelts and elk hide. You're going to trade that for that? Like, what? This is just a... Fuck off. That's it, I'm white.
No, for real. What are they gonna do with that? Like,
they want to have reconciliation and a symbol of what the future holds for Indigenous people in the country. What about everybody? How about what the future holds for fucking everybody?
yeah.
Like, you're gonna turn this big building into stuff that only serves people of your preferred skin color. You absolute pieces of racist dog shit fucking red men.
Lol. I love how our chat just keeps making fun of Winnie the Pooh. I don't know what that's about, but
I believe one of the contributors or creators or the idea of Winnie the Pooh came from Winnipeg. There was an
okay.
old Heritage Foundation commercial about it.
Yeah. I mean, I'd understand if they were going after them for also being referred to as Murder Peg, but
I just, this is gonna be so fucking iconic. Why? Because you got more free shit. Like, is that your greatest was got a lot of free shit from the white man? Like, is that gonna be your fucking cenotaph? Who got the most free shit from the fucking white man? Like, go smoke your peyote and go back to your fucking reserves, you fucking asshole. Well, I didn't mean for that one to happen. That was organic. It was organic.
yeah. Did it make you feel better?
No,
No.
not at all.
Hope.
Okay, maybe a little.
Maybe
You
a
know,
little.
yelling about it made me feel a lot good about it. Even though yelling to the sky doesn't do anybody any good anywhere, but it's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not scrolling up that. All I'm hearing is Winnie the Pooh murder peg jokes, and I'm like, I know where you're going with that. What you want to do with your Winnie the Pooh is up to you, folks. At least get yourself a Teddy Rock spin. You could put whatever tape into that asshole, and he'll sing it for you. Kidding. I feel like I'm describing a Snuggles commercial now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you probably don't know what I'm talking about either. It's fine. It's better to stay innocent. So what's going on in the world? I actually had my Twitter open for just a little bit. So it's like, you're not gonna find your world on Twitter, but you'll find funny things on Twitter.
Oh my god, Justin Trudeau was an actor once?
Yeah?
Son of a bitch. My life just gets worse. I didn't know that. That just blew my mind because, like, wow.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm like dead air. I'm like, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? I mean, the only thing I'm looking at, I kind of want to listen to, but I don't think I can share that without it going wrong. So I won't talk about that one. Trudeau Must Go is still trending. That's funny. I'm not clicking on that though. Let's see. Why are you trending again? Probably because nobody likes you. Nobody likes Trudeau.
Nobody likes Trudeau. Oh, intra-party war in Alberta. Ooh. Ooh. Premier Kenny's UCP sees Twitter fight over clown image. What?
What?
Are you guys fighting over a clown? Alberta UCPers waged Twitter fight over clown image.
Now this I don't know. Let's check.
An internal feud between Alberta's governing party took a new twist after one of Kenny's senior political staffers.
Donation!
Lucky Charms donation. Piglet and Tigger take turns Winnipegging me.
That's it?
No,
Okay.
it wasn't. Okay.
Yeah, I was expecting more from that. All right.
That was weak.
Yeah, actually, are you feeling all right, Big Dro? Do you need some, like, honey or something? Like, are you feeling a little sad because of the Winnie the Pooh jokes?
It's just we doing a little, like, I don't know, just bad things.
Oh, Big Dro says it's not from him. Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't believe it wasn't him.
You don't believe it?
Nope.
That was Winnie the Pooh Packer, apparently. Whatever you want to name yourself, man.
What the fuck is Winnipegging me? Like, Winnipegging? Like, wow.
Well, first you gotta
Yeah.
win, and then you gotta peg? I don't know. Seems backwards, but I think you got another donation, though.
No.
Yeah. No, you didn't.
Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah, so Kenny's senior political staffers went on Twitter and compared United Conservative backbench critics to clowns. The tweet was sent Friday morning by Brian Rogers, Chief of Staff to Infrastructure Minister Prasad Panda. What an unfortunate name. Less than 2 days after Kenny lamented that Albertans are increasingly unimpressed with the ongoing soap opera.
Yeah.
Rogers was responding to a newspaper column that featured renewed criticism of Kenny from some UCP caucus members, including Leela Ahir and Deputy Speaker Angela Pitt. Rogers dismissed the criticism as coming from the same old crew and posted a short video clip of gyrating, gesticulating clowns from the TV show The Simpsons. Pitt fired back on Twitter. This is exactly the kind of bullying and intimidation that happens every day from the premier's staff. MLAs provide.
Oh no, he sent you a Simpsons meme.
Yeah. Provide dissenting opinions, and they are ridiculed like clowns or called insane. Ahir, who was dropped from cabinet last year after criticizing Kenny, also joined the social media fight. Well, of course she did. She's got an old vendetta to feel there. We will not cower to power. It's just a different form of abuse, said Ahir on Twitter. The corruption comes from those in leadership roles who believe that they are the smartest people in the room. Time to find a different room. Our party and our vision has an opportunity to revitalize and renew through a leadership race. Party is in the midst of a mail-in vote to decide whether Kenny should remain leader. I don't like mail-in votes for anything. Almost 60,000 party members are eligible to vote in the leadership review. Results are to be announced May 18th.
Yeah, it sounds like they're petty washing right now. I mean, lots of people would like his job, And to be fair, he really should smarten up. Like, I'm not talking about that kind of stuff because that just sounds like petty infighting. But it's the part where he's not listening to the people who vote for him. I'm just saying our options here are kind of limited, so we're not gonna go to liberals. We're not gonna go to NDP, but that does really limit our options. So
Yep.
that's why I'm kind of hoping that Maxime will come over here and start like maybe getting a little bit more of a stink, because just because he can't get to the federal doesn't mean that, you know, provincial wouldn't matter, because provincial would matter quite a lot actually. It would. So I hope that he'll like take that angle a little bit more seriously too.
He's a politician, so.
I know, right? If it's not all, it's not enough. Like sometimes just that little bit gets you somewhere, you know. Oh well. I'm just a little guy. Sometimes I vote, sometimes I don't. But you're seeing an awful lot of my head, so I'm gonna lift my head up a little bit because that's a lot on my forehead. Like, dang it. So how is everybody?
How's everything? Oh, right, we have people in our
We
chat.
got Blue, we got Big Dro, we got Red, and then we had Cryptic, and you know we had Cryptic's friend Winnie the Pegger.
We had Pete, and we had
Trucker?
Tucker, and we had critical threat person or credible threat person, and we had people.
Yeah.
All the people. You know, it's good to ask people how they're doing.
It is.
That is great.
Otherwise we'll forget, you know? And then they'll be like, "You don't appreciate us, Mom." Sorry, that went random. Like,
How do you know that is Cryptic's friend, Jen? Because Jen's always looking through his window late at night because she knows everything about him.
I don't need to look through his window. Cryptic's a weirdo. He just kind of like is like out there everywhere, sharing it with everybody. He's kind of like that guy who goes to a game and like opens up his like trench coat just to show the world his penis. That's Cryptic.
Oh my god, I can actually picture him just doing the like the pedo coat open.
Mm-hmm. Totally. Totally.
Wow.
I mean, he'd still have a ninja face. You know, he'd have like some kind of scarf covering his bottom half of his face as though that's supposed to help people from unidentifying him. But yeah, he's totally doing that. I ain't wrong.
Oh yeah, he's probably like, hey kid, come here. I've got something really cool to show you. And then when the kid gets nice and close where he can get a nice big glance, just whoa! He just opens the coat. And the child can't stop looking because he's like, wow, that is the smallest looking thing I've ever seen. Holy shit. Like, it's like a pug. You just can't look away.
Oh, we're horrible friends.
Mm-hmm.
I think Cryptic deserves it though. He's like, I don't know. Why do I deserve this? Because you do, Cryptic.
Yep. That's okay. Cryptic will probably get a pizza message tomorrow because he's such a super nice guy and Jack's been asking for it apparently all week.
Aww. Poor kiddo. He's like, but I Cryptic's pizza the best. I don't know why. What does he put on that Cryptic? What are you putting on Jack's pizza? Is it love and affection? Is it bacon? It's bacon, isn't it? A man always knows the way to another man's heart, and it's always through bacon. Just saying.
Extra cheese.
Extra cheese? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Pepperoni. Don't forget the pepperoni and then the extra cheese. We get to go swimming tomorrow. He will enjoy it. I will not.
Nope, because you will freeze. Because you need to get like a full body suit.
Yep. Hi, Jen's father.
Yeah, he's very into his game at the moment. He's having some dramas with his games. I can understand that. Except for I haven't played games in a while. Like I have, but yeah, I took a little break from Ark because Ark's kind of like in and out of updating a lot because they had a holiday event and they do that a lot. They do their events and it's like massive upload, and then it's a massive upload when they get rid of it too. Good times. But I got to run around and get eggs that did absolutely nothing for me because for some reason, even though they had the recipe on their... They didn't have a recipe on their website. I was like, so if you're not going to explain to me in the game what it is I'm supposed to do... The thing is, it's usually similar to the last recipe, but it's just if you didn't play the last one, you're like, oh, well, this is pointless. I got to play with, like Bloodwing or something at some point because he's like an Ark guru. For vanilla style Ark.
Ark.
The one with the dinosaurs.
Hmm.
The dinosaur version of 7 Days. Just
Well, Canada changes COVID-19 border rules.
Oh yeah. Sure did.
They made such a large change. Unvaccinated and half-vaccinated kids can now come back home without a COVID test.
Well, that's
That's
funny.
the only change. That's it. The federal government said on Friday, the beginning of April 25th at 1 a.m. Eastern, children in the age group 5 to 11 who are accompanied by a fully vaccinated parent, step-parent, guardian, or tutor will no longer be required to complete a pre-entry COVID-19 test. What if they come with their sibling though?
Right?
Or a cousin? Or an unvaccinated adult? However, pre-entry tests will still be required for partially vaccinated or unvaccinated travelers ages 12 and older who are currently eligible to travel to Canada. Children under 5 years of age are not required to provide a COVID-19 test result, the government added. Well, thank you, government overlords. We love that you are being so good to us.
Right?
The easement of border rules, that's not the easement of anything, comes after Ottawa decided to scrap pre-arrival COVID-19 PCR testing requirements for fully vaccinated travelers at the end of February. As part of Friday's announcement, the government said fully vaccinated travelers will also no longer be required to provide a quarantine plan upon entry. So if you're vaccinated, you don't have to, lie about where you're going to be for the next 10 days. The requirement will also be removed for children aged 5 to 11 who are accompanied by a fully vaccinated present parent, step-parent, guardian, or, all of the other things with a medical contradiction to the COVID-19 vaccine, the government said in a news release. Wow, our overlords are so good to us.
I know, right?
In addition, fully vaccinated travelers entering Canada on or after April 25th will no longer be required by the federal government to wear masks in public spaces, monitor and report if they develop signs of symptoms, and quarantine if another traveler in the same travel group shows signs of symptoms or tests positive, and maintain a list of close contacts and locations visited. You better hope that you don't have any Scandinavian travelers, otherwise they're going to be so drunk all the time they ain't going to remember shit. Those measures were required for 14 days after arriving in Canada, the government said. And they've lifted all of those things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have.
However, travelers shouldn't ditch their masks entirely,
Well, it's
uh,
yeah.
said Dr. Teresa Tam, Canada's chief public health officer. If you're going to be traveling with a group of people in a certain environment, I think it is prudent, you used a big word, to continue to require wearing a mask, she told reporters. Even though the science tells us otherwise and there's no evidence they actually fucking do anything, it's not rags. Yeah.
Yeah, she failed. You know, I think she was supposed to have us so hyped up that we were willing to send our kids to school dressed up like little marshmallows. And the fact that we're
Yeah.
not willing to do that, well, you know, we just don't care about our fellow citizens. And it's like, Tam, you're a crazy bitch. And I hope that and I know BG doesn't stand with me on this one because she doesn't necessarily care for the guy, but I will take Pierre firing you.
Yep.
I will take that. It's not everything, it's not necessarily all that I want, but it'll be something. And I don't even care if we hire someone to replace you that's Chinese. I just want them to be, you know, not a fucking liar and competent and aware of like the material that she's claiming to have read because it's the same stuff that we're reading. Not everybody's the kook on the corner who's like, I don't want to wear a mask. Some of us actually have legit reasons for it, you know?
Ooh. All travelers are still required to use the Arrive Can app. Huh? Okay, anyways, all travelers are still required to use the Arrive Can app to upload travel and vaccination information within 72 hours of their arrival to Canada and or before boarding a plane or cruise ship destined for Canada. Fully vaccinated travelers who do not tell everybody all of those dirty little secrets and submit it into Arrive Can won't be eligible for the fully vaccinated traveler exemptions, meaning they may have to submit a pre-entry test result and a quarantine plan, for example. Wow.
Yee.
Yep. It's just, you know, if you don't tell this app everywhere you're going and everything you're doing and even the size of condom that Steve wears, they'll be very, very angry with you.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want to anger the very, very angry people.
Nope.
Because they'll get mad. Because they're angry.
Oh no!
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I don't know.
I think everybody's really angry right now. I mean, even when we're not, we're all apparently really angry. Even when we're not. The world's
just
fucking weird, okay? I'm tired of other people telling me about what my feelings are supposed to be. Oh, you're supposed to be, oh, this or that. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna stop that rant right there.
I demand you feel this way.
And then when I can't, and you're just like, why can't you feel this way? I don't know. And then they have to force it on you. And you're like, okay, you have to be an evil son of a bitch to make me feel this way. That's legit it. You have to actually cause me drama to make me feel a certain way just so that you can create your narrative.
One big community. Toronto seeks to
Toronto speaks?
celebrate. I have no idea what that is together for the first time since pandemic. Oh wow. Okay, so the Sikhs get to dance around since the pandemic in Toronto. Good Sikhs. Good job, guys. But you guys, little hats just dancing around.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not too different from telling Christians they can't go to church, you know? So for them, yeah, I could see that being a big thing. Wouldn't be surprised if that's why some of them aren't on our side a little bit in terms of the lockdowns and other shit. You know, you were there. You went to the convoy. It's not like there weren't any like Sikhs down there at the time.
I'm sure there were. I just didn't see him.
Hmm. Well, they had a whole stand where they were feeding people. I was
Yeah.
kind of hoping you'd go there because they'd probably feed you some yummy stuff like shawarma or like, you know, butter chicken.
Shawarma.
Not a shawarma fan?
No.
No? What about butter
No.
chicken?
Yes.
Yeah? There you go. You could have gotten some masala or butter chicken. They had masala there too. Chicken masala. Whoa. And beef fun. Oh. Yeah, they
Yeah.
did still allow the Muslims to go to mosques during lockdowns, which I thought was ironic. I'm like, if you care about everybody, the people that you seem to care, you don't seem to care about the Muslims though. Huh. But the Muslims just get all the COVID apparently.
So we got some more social justice.
Oh, do we? Of course we do.
Yeah. Again?
Social justice man to save the day.
Exactly.
Who's gonna wank in your mom's underwear while wearing them?
Just,
Such a
you can
snake.
guess city. Which city is ruining the day?
What?
Toronto is ruining the day.
Well,
Okay, so
yeah, they can't help but exist, you know.
an act of erasure. LCBO called out for sticker covering the word Palestine on wine bottle. Yeah, that's I had to let everybody, had to let that sink in for a minute. Okay, so Samir Foreign was visiting his family in Toronto when he decided to take out a bottle of wine he had ordered online and had delivered to them as a gift. When he grabbed the bottle, he noticed a plain white sticker placed on top of the front label. Confused, he peeled it back to find the words of Palestine written underneath. Wow. Wow. Oh. Oops. That's wow. Okay. When he grabbed the bottle, oh wait, sorry, I already read that. Fuck off, Siri. The 2019 bottle of red wine ordered for home delivery via the LCBO's website was produced by Tebe Winery, which is located in the Israeli-occupied West Bank village of Tebe, north of Jerusalem. Okay. So, okay. Foreign is a Palestinian Canadian, though he has lived in Europe for nearly 12 years. He works as an associate professor at the University of Edinburgh Business School.
Mhm.
He also co-founded Al Shabaka, a leading Palestinian think tank. Great. So Foreign had placed the online order on March 16th ahead of basically he went to his parents' house, he found the bottle and the racism. Now, who's he going to blame? The LCBO for doing it or the Jews? Let's take bets here. Did Ontario's liquor people do it? Or did the Jews do it when it was exported? Let's see. Foreign guy said seeing the word Palestine covered up on the bottle was upsetting, and he took to Twitter to ask the LCBO why the sticker was placed there. as a Canadian, as a Palestinian, as a consumer. I mean, this is just, it's ridiculous. It's offensive and probably illegal. Oh, you're speaking that legal jargon. It really reflects a deep settler colonial, there it is, insecurity when even mentioning
Ooh.
Palestine is deemed a threat. It was either the LCBO that did it, or it could have been the Jews in Israel. The LCBO said that labeling on its products complies with the provincial and federal laws and guidelines outlined by the Canadian Food Inspection Agency, which enforces food labeling requirements in Canada. According to the LCBO, Tabat wines produced since 2020 and sold at LCBO are labeled as originating from the West Bank. However, bottles produced prior to 2020 used a sticker as an interim solution, the LCBO said. Suppliers are required to meet the labeling requirements for packaged food and beverage alcohol products, yada, 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 in Canada, as set out by the CFIA. A lot of shit that I don't care about. In some cases, when labels do not meet regulatory requirements, suppliers are given the opportunity to modify labels to meet requirements. So some poor bastards are going to get a box of wine and they have to rip off the old labels and put new ones on. That fucking would suck. In this particular case, the Crown Corporation said the labels were revised to comply with the CFIA requirements, but didn't say whether it was the LCBO, TEBE, or the supplier that placed the sticker. In other words, we don't know which one of us are racist. But since we don't know which one of us are racist, none of us are racist, so back off, cancel crap. Son of a bitch.
Isn't this all about just making sure they know where the wine is coming from? Like, if they had a bad VAT, like, here's the thing. This guy's bitching about a fucking sticker. Like, the reason those stickers are there is so that if the wine he was about to consume was bad and he reported it, they would know which VAT it came from. It helps them locate more bottles.
Yep.
And if you're that upset about it, look up the brands, because it probably came from the West Bank, which means they grew it. Like, that's why it's there. It's not to be racist, it's to let you know that the wine came from Israel. And if you're so butthurt about wine coming from Israel, that sounds like a you being racist problem.
Oh, it's even deeper. It goes even deeper. The LCBO has continued to require West Bank on the label. The LCBO asked with the most recent shipments, blah, blah, blah. We didn't do it. And then it goes down here in a statement to CBC News, the CFIA said it is the responsibility of regulated parties to comply with Canadians' the food label requirements. When asked what it was about the label that didn't meet the requirements, the CFIA said that information provided on a label must not be false or misleading. And then we get to, well, Canada had previously not recognized an independent Palestinian state in recent years. The federal government has shifted policy in support of Palestinians' right to self-determination, including embracing a two-state solution as part of a comprehensive peace settlement in the Middle East. So this is starting to turn into politics, and politics.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, but we still technically don't recognize Palestine as its own country because guess what? Palestine doesn't fucking exist.
Yep.
Sorry, not sorry. You freaking asshole.
Yeah, and Batman joked the wine might have been explosive. I'm like, that's the thing. I mean, I could understand being a little bit concerned in that regard, but
That'd be awesome.
yeah, I get that way about labels because like usually a label is mostly meant to tell you where it's from. That's the point of it. At the end of the day, it's supposed to let you know where it came from, so that way you can trace where it came from in case there was a problem. I mean, I would be questioning it if you weren't sure, because I don't know. I mean, if you ordered it from an official place, it's probably nothing wrong with the wine.
It was just because they put a white label over the word in Palestine.
Yeah.
It's like,
and
sorry.
Sometimes those machines are random like that. Like, they don't always position right. I just have to tell them. Like, sometimes I get packages where the package is completely backwards because it just printed wrong. They just do that.
It's like they have no coordination or something.
Yeah, like it's a computer that doesn't always know the angle. It's just timed.
Wow, that's totally reasonable.
They're almost sent down a convoy belt, sometimes with water, sometimes different methods. So they're not always in order. They're usually in order, but once in a while you get one bottle who's just defiant of the other ones, and he's just like, "You're gonna get my backside, sir," and that's what you get.
Yeah, dude.
It's really nothing personal. The machine didn't do it on purpose. I guarantee you. The machine didn't give a shit. Unless you want to program it to, because then it will. On purpose. And then the defiant one will be the one that's still on the back. Oh, you put it on the back. Fucker.
Yeah.
And somehow we've turned from this to Scottish wine.
How far we've fallen.
I know, right?
Oh.
Yes, Red. They actually did make their own wine in Narnia. They had their own vineyards. I wouldn't trust it though. There's something about Narnia and like that one story about the god, whose wife was from the outer realm and she came down and ate a couple pomegranates and all of a sudden she was his wife, There's that story. And yeah, I'm seeing correlations with wine in Narnia. It's that thing where the witch presented food to a kid and I was like, why would you eat that? Did your kids not tell you not to eat food from strangers? And apparently no. In old age Britain, they didn't tell their kids not to eat food from strangers. How you survived Batman, I don't know. But at least you never took food from strangers. Hopefully. You probably did. Dumbass.
Wow. Oh my god, there's something wrong with our justice system. So,
I'm kidding.
ignorant.
He wants to be pulled in too now. He's like, you start more words with me, young lady. Oh, come on. Everybody here has had food from strangers and then reflected and been like, I probably shouldn't have. It's not even that they were trying to poison you. It's just in reflection. You're like, that person was kind of gross. Why the fuck did I accept food from you? Hi.
In the Middle Ages, let's face it, there was so little food going around. If you didn't accept food from strangers, you'd die of starvation. But what I mainly wanted him for is Palestine, the Palestinians. Justine Trudeau going on about, you should give them two states. They tried that. When they set up Israel, the Palestinians were kicking off, right? They were threatening to kill every Jew. The streets
Lucky
would
Charms
run
donation.
would run red. The
Dear
rivers
Diary,
would
today I
be
hand a
full
hanging
of
Chad
blood.
after using the bathroom.
So The
I will now
Israelis
sign up to
Uh-oh.
bathroom use
will
classes
give
since I
you
stink at
will give
wiping
you
it. I mean,
a
I
third of
stink
the
in the
land.
stinky.
Yeah, the good
Love Big
bits.
Dro the Dingleberry.
No. Until we have Palestine, we're going to kill you all. We'll give you half of the land. They even went, 2/3 of the land. There was a final offer, and the Palestinians would not accept it. And until Israel was a settled state, the Palestinians were the whipping boys of the Arabic world.
Yep.
Even now, the only people who like Palestinians are other Palestinians, and even then, it's a bit dodgy.
Poor
They're
Big
just
Dro.
they're just a political football. And yes, it was Big Dro.
Oh God.
And
Okay.
Red Feather, Palestine is not a place.
I'm gonna have to fucking read this now because we've probably talked over it.
Well, it did play through, but it was kind of funny because every time you would take a pause, it would continue, and then you would overtalk the worst parts of it. So I was like, you know what, I'm okay with that.
What did it say?
It was Big Joe talking to his diary about how he's kind of a stinky boy, and how he loves his diary, and he's got a big dangler.
That's your diary.
Well, if he's got a big dangler, maybe he wants to use the toilet paper again.
Today I had a hanging chad after using the bathroom. I will now sign up to bathroom use classes since I stink at wiping, and I mean I stink and is stinky. Love, Big Dro, the Dingleberry.
Think, therefore I'm Pam.
Thank you, Big Dro, for that confession. Gross.
He needs help.
Yeah, I think so.
No, Red Feather. Palestine is not a place. It is not a state. It hasn't been a state. There hasn't been a Palestine since the founding of Israel, and even then, it hadn't been a state for very long. It was a temporary setup. It was never meant to be permanent.
Yes, but politics be.
Hey, who's the cannibal
Indeed.
stick wizard?
What?
Cannibal stick wizard.
He follows.
Never heard of him.
He follows the minions.
Huh.
You come to visit?
He
Hey,
subscribed
Johnny!
with Fever.
Holy crap! Didn't see you.
Yeah. Hi, Johnny. Bye. Hi, Johnny. Bye, Johnny. Excuse me.
Bye, Johnny. Bye, hi, Johnny. No, just Fever subscribed and then so did he.
Oh, that's cool. Hey, there you go.
I was like, that's cool. My buddies are back. Come on, I didn't see Johnny.
He's up a little ways.
Oh.
I'm only saying this to tease. I don't say this to be mean, but Red's kind of like in chat, like she is in Discord. She'll interrupt, and then she's done. I love Fred. She's great. Hugs.
Okay. Hi, Johnny. Okay. Focus, window, focus. Oh, yeah. Our justice system is bullshit. Okay, this fake nurse was only sentenced 7 years for impersonation and using needles on people.
Of course.
Ottawa's Bridget Cleroux has 67 adult convictions in Canada and U.S. court years. Like the fact that she has so many convictions and still we had to catch her again, like what the fuck? Bridget Cleroux, who for decades has pretended to be a nurse and school teacher in at least 3 provinces and 2 U.S. states, has been sentenced to only 7 years for impersonating a nurse at 2 health facilities in Ottawa last year and for using needles on patients when she was unqualified. Like, she could have seriously hurt somebody.
It might
The
be what
fifth,
doing it.
yes, the 50-year-old pleaded guilty in January to 7 offenses, including impersonation, assault with a weapon, and assault, and was sentenced Friday by Ontario Court Justice Robert Wadden.
Why was I about to say E. Lee?
No idea.
Justice
Her-
Robert E. Lee.
Her crimes stemmed from short stints working at Ottawa Original Facility Clinic and Argyle Associates Dental Surgery Clinic in 2021, where 20 victims she either handled physically or used were identified.
There's a
Lucky
there's a,
Charms donation. I love acting like a cat.
Oh, God.
What's wrong with lifting your legs and licking your sack to clean it? I spice it up sometimes and lick my screw-shaped peen too, but I have to clean up after. I get excited.
Yeah, we need to take Streamlabs off Big Draw.
Mm-hmm.
Is he that gross?
Yep.
Oh, come on, leave cats alone, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
I spice it up sometimes and lick my screw-shaped teen. Is something wrong
Yeah,
with
I know there's a little bit of sorry, I just scratched my nose. Yeah, there's a little bit of ew to that one. Actually, the last couple of them are pretty creative too. It's almost like he's gotten into writing novels about it instead of just like being gross. He's writing novels about it.
Get a better therapist, buddy.
It's all good.
But yeah, this kid's only getting 7 years for faking being a nurse. Like, fuck.
Yeah, I'm glad Big Draw's nowhere near my cat. That's all I can say.
Yeah, like, ugh. That's just only 7 years for that. Like, Jesus, that's a walk in the park.
I wonder how much she would have gotten if she'd been a man.
Good question.
I did not need to know that, Big Draw.
Ozzy, what are you doing on my desk, buddy? Buddy?
He wants in on the talk.
Of course he does. Huh?
No, he doesn't. He just wants to eat my pot.
Wilson. Of course he does. Tastes like cat.
It's not Wilson. It's the
You said it.
It's not Wilson. It's Ozzy. Ozzy, did I call you Wilson? Buddy? Buddy, get off my desk. Your butt on my face. My God, get your face out of my saltine crackers.
You know, they
They're
used to
mine.
have these, they still do technically, but it's jewelry for your cat that you put on their tail so that it covers their butthole. Because apparently cats have a thing about, like, they just really want to show you their butthole.
Yeah, and they also have a thing where if you put stuff on their on their tails, they hate it.
I know, right?
That means they're bored.
No, that means they're about to fart.
That too. There we go. Leave my saltine crackers alone. They're my munchies. You terrible, terrible cat, you. I don't know how I'm still talking. I haven't had like a glass of water yet. And I've been just eating saltine crackers all over the place. I should have died from like salt by now.
You're not winning your case there, Big Dro. When you're like, my mouth can't reach my wiener, and Batman's like, I don't need to know that, and you're like, but you didn't need not to know that, and I'm like, how are you hitting your kids?
Yes, I did need not to know that.
Right?
If you want to see something funny that happens with a cat's tail, and to be fair, when it's ever happened, it's happened to both of my cats at least once, and it's always been accidental, where they've gotten the sticky tags off a loaf of bread wrapper.
Oh yeah.
Both of them have had those. The tails hit it, caught it, and it's been stuck on. And both times it's been an accident. And I have tried to help the cat get the sticky plastic off their tails. I really have, but I couldn't because I was too busy rolling on the floor, laughing at the cat running about, yelling at its tail. They really go off it when they get stuff stuck on their tails. And apparently Blue is back.
Yeah, he is back. Hi, Blue.
Hi, Mom.
Hello, Andy.
That Utah.
Oh, sorry, you're not supposed. I'm not supposed to call him Andy, am I?
Technically, no.
I better not call you Andy than Andy. I mean Blue.
But if it makes you feel better, you're not the only Andy online, so at best you'll have people really confused when they realize you're not that Andy.
Blue, I'm the wrong sex to be a mother. You need to go back to biology.
Did you hear about the college in Utah that's offering hardcore porn?
Yeah.
What?
It's one of their classes. You get to go in and watch hardcore porn and then discuss it.
What? Ever loving? No.
Yep.
This just proves we do not have a higher education system anymore.
Pretty much.
I mean, I thought that when they started putting gender studies as a university course.
Yep. We will watch pornographic films together and discuss the sexualization of race, class, and gender as an experimental radical art form.
Can you imagine a graduation party, blind girl? People in university or college, as you call it over there. Talking about the thesis. Oh, no, what was yours on about? Well, mine was on. My thesis was on about the migration of anatomically modern humans from Africa and their journey around the world. Oh, that's interesting. What was yours about? Mine was. I did a thesis on superconductors and quantum computing. What was yours on about? Oh, mine was on about the social and economic impact of Debbie Does the Dallas Cowboys.
There were 7 dwarves. I'll have you know, Batman. 7 of them. Sorry, that's a South Park quote.
Right, there was 7 dwarves. Yeah.
I don't understand class. Like race and gender, you could disseminate in the hardcore porn, but class, I mean, it's not like you're opening up your partner's fucking checkbook before you fuck her. Like,
well, it's also this weird thinking that okay, listen, I know that most of the porn industry probably does come from women who come from the low end, but that's not always true.
You'd be surprised how much it isn't true.
That's what I mean. Like how often it isn't true.
Red feather there. I mean, she's joking, right? With they want to discuss racial inequality and treatment of women in porn. Female porn stars are far better, have the best treatment.
Mm-hmm.
It's the male porn stars that basically get paid peanuts.
It's like a lot of industries. It's who's bringing in the bread and butter. Is gonna
exactly.
make money. It's the same as male sports. Like certain sports, the men do better because they bring in the bread and butter. They get the views. It's not always fair, but it's just kind of how it is.
Well, the world isn't fair.
That's how that is. Does that mean
They're
that you?
calling.
Does it mean you can't look into it and tweak it?
They're saying hardcore pornography is as American as apple pie and more popular than Sunday night football.
Hold on. Hardcore porn's as American as Apple.
No, not really.
No! It's been worldwide ever since some guy saw a woman naked.
Like it's been in Japan, Japanese culture since like so long ago
Like I said,
that they have their little.
they've even got a god for it.
Yeah.
I mean, like it says, porn,
Sorry,
even
it's been a
hardcore
long
porn has
time
been.
since I explored that part of Japan, so I can't remember the words without like absolutely butchering them. But yeah, they. You go ahead, Batman. You know what you're talking about.
I mean, like it says, hard porn, even hardcore porn, it's been around since some caveman saw a woman he fancies with with nothing covering her naughty bits.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, Americans think that they invented literally everything anyway. So, and American is mom's apple pie. You know where mom's apple pie originally came from? That's right, England.
Yeah, but you
In
used to
class-
use your pies for coffins. I'm saying that it's a joke. Like I don't know what that means.
In the class, students will reportedly watch pornographic films together and discuss the sexualization of race, class, and gender, and as an experimental, radical art form.
So it's a lefty re class.
Yep.
Yeah, and most of the people who are going to go in are going to be genetically female, have blue hair, bits of metal shoved through the nose, and probably have stupid things. What they call that they use as pronouns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like my pronouns are squiggle and eep eep.
Westminster College occasionally offers elective courses like this as an opportunity to analyze social issues. The statement reads, as part of this analysis, Westminster College and universities across the country often examine potentially offensive topics like pornography to further understand their pervasiveness and impact. Descriptions of these courses, while alarming to some readers, help students decide if they wish to engage in a serious investigation of controversial subjects. Well, is it? I mean, are you trying to conflate hardcore sex with hardcore porn? Like, would you liking hardcore sex be controversial or just the hardcore porn? Because I feel like they're conflating the two a little bit for them to be controversial topics.
Blanco, Blue has raised a good point in what he said. Well, his comment is, I hesitate to call anything I have made art. These motherfuckers consider looking at no stuff and studying it as radical art. Just wow. Yeah, they actually think that doing their course, studying the stuff, is art. It is not. It is studying the stuff, and they're probably not even studying it. Just going looking at it, those poor women being exploited by those evil white men.
Oh no. Even though, yeah.
I mean, you ask any porn star, and they will tell you that they're exploiting the guys behind the cameras just as much as the guys behind the cameras are exploiting them, possibly more so, because they get paid behind the camera.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like.
Hey, blind girl. If it turns out Charlotte Sartre is one of the one of the professors in that course, you can bet Skittles is going to sign up.
Probably.
I know you put studying it in quotes for a reason, Blue, and I took that into my comment.
That's funny.
And something else I find funny, nothing Canadian about it at all, but I approve. Biden greeted with "Let's go Brandon" chants at Seattle College. Even in Seattle, he's got "Let's go Brandon."
I still like that one when he's being interviewed and he's on this morning program, and yeah, they're reading out what people have tweeted into them, and somebody tweeted "Let's go Brandon," and she read it out. She read it out before she realized what it was, and he goes, "Biden, yeah, let's go Brandon. I agree 100%."
Yep. Oh, and feminist philosophy professor. How do you think this one's going to end?
Hopefully, in a horrible accident.
Feminist philosophy professor deplatformed at Harvard over belief in biological sex.
Mm-hmm. I
So,
told
in
you there was
fact-
a split in the feminist movement.
Oh, it's not what you call it. Who wrote the War on Boys? Is it?
Don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. For my part, I'd rather be damned with the romantics and Plato than go to woke heaven with Aaron and the Harvard faculty. I like her. Hannah Nightingale?
It's not what I thought it wasn't. I'm forgetting what I'm on about. Look, oh God, she is a feminist, but she's a feminist you can actually have a discussion with and agree with a lot of the times as well.
And she's actually kind of funny.
Christina Hoff Summers?
That's her, yes. I've got a lot of time for her because she's reasonable, she's intelligent, and she,
Wait,
yeah,
are we talking about the same one? I'm talking about the one in the article. Who are
Yeah.
you talking about? Yeah? Okay.
okay, sorry, Mom.
Jeez, well, I don't know. I mean, I need to know who you're talking about.
I couldn't remember until
Had mentioned names.
Jen mentioned the name. Yes.
Yeah, Christine Hoff Summers is usually the one that crops up under.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
based,
wait.
she's like based
her
mama.
Name,
Based.
her name isn't Hannah Nightingale. Her name is Dr. Devin Buckley. Was scheduled to speak at Harvard University this month about her work regarding British romanticism and philosophy.
Oh, Nightingale, apparently you sound kind of quiet.
Oh, that would be Jen.
No.
No, I mean, Jen would be the only one that can fix that because I'm on her stream.
Okay, so turn you up.
I get you.
All right, I could
Um,
turn you up.
On April 18th,
Oh, crap.
Buckley was notified that her talk had been canceled, citing her board membership with the Women's Liberation Front, WOLF, which they say is an organization that takes a public stance regarding trans people as dangerous and deceptive. Ooh, ooh. You're canceled. Wolf opposes this blatantly false characterization of our work, as well as Harvard's flagrant disregard for free speech. Dr. Buckley's original talk did not have anything to do with her feminist beliefs, the organization said in a statement. While the group states on its website that gender cannot be reformed, it must be abolished. They are supporters of defending women's spaces, including domestic violence shelters, prisons, women's sports, bathrooms, and locker rooms. I agree with half of what they think. They also support detransitioners in their struggle to be healed and heard. In a letter sent by Hartford and Buckley, they said that she engages in the public sphere as more of a polemicist than romanticist. Wow.
Spell it.
Polemicist.
Polemicist, I think.
That's what I thought.
The word sounds familiar. I'd have to actually see it, and then Google it, and then read the description.
Well, you know what? I have Google and I'm stoned. So, 1 second. We will find this word. Probably some feminist word I haven't heard of. I'm not
No, it's not. I've heard it before.
A person who engages in controversial debate.
Yep.
Okay.
And we had pronounced it correctly as well. Polemicist.
Yeah.
Yay. Yay, we can read.
Yeah. I'm learning things. I have some bad news. The letter began. As we were preparing the application for next year's funding, my co-coordinator looked you up on Google to include the correct details about you on the application. She was surprised to find that your public profile is largely rooted in controversial issues regarding trans identity, and that you're on the board of the organization that takes a public stance regarding trans people as dangerous and deceptive. Since you're mostly engaging in the public sphere as more of a polemicist than romanticist, this puts the colloquium and the department and myself in an uneasy position. Wow, that sounds very posh for saying we Googled you and we didn't like it, bitch.
And your cat definitely sounds like it was complaining about your comments.
Was that my cat?
Well, here. I've got a silly question for you, Jen.
Mm-hmm.
If you could possess Justin Trudeau's body for, say, an hour, would you go roller skating down Front Street Toronto, right? Absolutely stark naked, apart from blackface.
No, I would jump in the St. Lawrence and pretend like I'm still Trudeau. Because
yeah.
St. Lawrence is like full of trash.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to kill him. I just want to absolutely
I don't want to kill him
humiliate him.
either. I just want him to sit in the river of trash. And then explain to people why he's sitting in
I just want to humiliate the guy. Though then again, he does that himself anyway. So
I don't think you know the level of trash that's in the St. Lawrence. Like, it goes all the way down to feminine hygiene products.
yeah, sounds like the River Tyne. A friend of mine actually fell in it one night. Which is a feat in itself because of all the railings around in Newcastle around the river. Yeah, he nearly choked to death.
Yeah, I can imagine. Like, I know they cleaned it
You know
up.
why he nearly choked to death?
Why?
Because when he went in, when he fallen in the river, the first thing you do is you take a mouthful of water, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
The mouthful of water he took had a used condom in it.
Ew.
Yeah. Yeah,
uh.
exactly.
You know what? There's one thing though. If he'd come up saying that the river water tasted like pork, I would have gagged even more. You know why though, right?
Yeah, I get the idea. Yeah, but that used to be, and that was in the 80s. Apparently, the River Tyne is a lot cleaner than it used to be. He's gotten fish down in areas where it used to be industrial and polluty now. Admittedly, the fish are still wearing hazmat suits, but they're still there.
But are they wearing their masks?
They're wearing full hazmat suits.
Don't you know it's not enough if you don't have a mask under the hazmat suit?
No, Red Feather, that would have mean I would have had to throw it in 2 minutes before he fell in, you stupid woman. It's probably yours, Red Feather.
Yeah.
I'm never going near the Thames. I have no interest in the Thames. It's a beautiful river.
Thames.
Thames. I'd like to see it from like an appropriate save point, but I have no interest in going in there just because I know too much about one into that water.
If you want to take a dip into the Thames,
Uh-huh.
the best thing to do is go upriver, outside of London, where it doesn't have all the pollution coming from London in it.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's just I know enough about your history to know what you used to do with that water too.
Yeah, Red, we both know you lie about your age.
Now, to be fair, I tease you for it, but you know who's also a dirty city? Paris, which is why it translates to city of shit.
Jen,
Mm-hmm.
do you realise that the Spanish aren't renowned for their hygiene, right?
Not really, no.
The Spanish complain that the French, particularly the Parisians, are, quote, this is from an actual Spaniard, they're unclean in their bodily habits.
Mm-hmm.
And that's from a Spaniard.
Yeah. Every once in a while, I talk to one of my friends from there, and he tries to explain to me that, you know, like the thing with the, you know, with that rumor, it started with like World War II because they were broke, you know, everyone was broke. And I was like, fair, okay, if that's the rumor. But the thing is that rumor should have left you by now.
Not necessarily because that room is mainly, certainly it's around people who never go there. Like most Americans, for example.
Mhm.
That's why English food, it's an American origin rumour that English food is bland, and that comes from World War II when we were all on severe rationing.
Mm-hmm.
So to visit as a country, yeah, they were getting bland food because we're getting the good stuff for ourselves because there's not much of it, and it's a treat.
Oh my God.
Yes, what do you want?
Only in Canada, okay? Only in Canada is going to be where you find that there's a news article written about that government service building is overrun with people because too many people need the government service that the government service building is providing. Like, for example, Service Canada warns of long-ass wait times, which, I mean, of course, due to unprecedented surge in passport applications. Only in Canada do we report about the fact that government buildings are overrun with people and they can't keep up with demand, which is pretty much like fucking usual.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just putting their excuse in the paper now. You want to know why we suck? Because there's too many of you right now. It's like, no, you've always sucked, okay?
Well, that was Trudeau's thing. The last interview he had, they were asking him about whether or not young people in their 20s to their 30s who are like, you know, looking towards a future, how are they going to be expected to be able to own a home? And he was like, well, you know, the cost of living has gone up because we have too many we have too many people who've moved here. We've
It's
had.
not just that. The cost of living is being artificially inflated,
Mhm. Yes.
especially fuel prices.
Mm-hmm. Like he actually owned up to the fact that part of the inflation is because of the immigration.
Yeah, immigration is beneficial to countries so long as it is strictly controlled.
Mm-hmm.
The problem in Western countries, especially Canada, especially the UK, as far as I'm concerned, is it hasn't been controlled at all. It's just, yeah, sure, come on in.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had my way, amongst Commonwealth countries, there'd be free movement, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, wait, there is really, isn't there?
Nah. I still have to apply if I want to go to Australia.
Yeah, you still have to apply. Yeah, so do I, but they don't have to apply if they want to come here, apparently.
Best.
And English people don't have to apply for what really if you want to go to Canada, do it. But yeah, I'd have total free movement within the Commonwealth, right? But anywhere else, it's going to be hard for you to get in, like it is to get into Australia, like it is to get in the United States.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, you're Mexican, then all you have to do is be either a good swimmer, good jumper, or a good tunneler,
Yeah.
or a good runner.
Mexicans don't really run. Come on now. Look at the size of them.
Yeah, that's the ones in America.
Oh. Yeah, that's true.
How do you think they got there?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a thing too.
Yeah, but Red Feather, Biden shakes hands with people who aren't there.
True.
I still love that he tried to start a fight with the Easter Bunny. That was funny.
Hey, what?
I'm not sure if it was just coming out from a game that he was watching, but there was a guy dressed up in an Easter Bunny costume who was just waving at him, and he just went from like shocked to mortified to just seriously upset, like he was going to start a fight with him.
Well, that's because the Easter Bunny was herding him where he was supposed to go, and Joe didn't want to go.
Yeah.
And it was a bunny, so like, why is he going to listen to a fucking bunny? And so an Easter Bunny is just guiding the most powerful man of the free world. Yeah.
Oh, he thought it was another hallucination and he wanted to make sure.
Yep.
Oh God! If I had the resources to do it, I'd have all the Secret Servicemen on his detail dressed up as the Easter Bunny and pretend, and insist when he asks them why they're dressed up as Easter bunnies that they're not.
Maybe he thought he was Donnie Darko. Yeah, it was just funny watching his reaction. I was like, oh man, he's totally out of it. He lost the plot. And I keep scaring the shit out of my American friends by pointing out the obvious that he probably won't last for very long. So I hope you guys like Kamala.
Yeah, President Harris.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Yay, who wants some more SJW bullshit?
She's not going to become the president. They're going to get rid of her before that happens.
More SJW shit.
Come on, then.
First Nations hit more often with CERB repayment letters. Government numbers suggest.
What CERB payment?
It was COVID something payment, free money that was given out, and now they want their money back. And it's saying basically that CERB wanting repayment is racist because it's hitting mostly First Nations people.
Who got most of the payments?
Whoever asked for it.
So basically, First Nation got most of the payments in.
Yeah, because they asked for it, So they got most of the payments, and now it's time to pay it back. But that means it's racist because
they probably thought it was reparations. Oh no, that's black people.
Yeah, actually, the black people got it from the native people. All of their shit. like critical race theory, and stuff. A lot of the BLM mantras and that came from First Nations.
Not surprised.
I think you've worried about Red Feather because he's saying he has to make it to 2024. Yeah, not gonna happen, Red.
Hey, Scotty.
I mean, I could see him lasting another year, but like dementia, like
It's not dementia.
no.
It's voodoo. He's a zombie.
Ah.
No, she's a houseplant.
If he was a houseplant, he'd be smarter.
He's a houseplant, dude.
No, but that whole paying back stuff and claiming it's racist, that's already in my mind, that's backfiring on them because it's making them seem like shiftless, lazy scroungers.
Well, guys, don't forget it's Earth Day. So do the right thing.
It's not. It's the day after Earth Day.
Yeah, you're supposed to
why
turn
is it-
off your lights for like an hour or something.
You forget, I live in the future.
Oh, right, yeah. I was like, wait a minute, it's still Earth Day. What are you fucking talking about? Oh, yeah, you're in the future.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess
It's
you would
9
be
minutes.
far enough. I guess you would be far enough in the future to.
Yeah, it's 9 minutes past 1.
Fair. Good. I don't know.
It's Saturday.
No, it's not. It's only Friday. It better not be Saturday.
It's Saturday in the future.
You got a few more hours of Friday.
It's still Friday for you, but for me, it's Saturday.
Yep. Yeah, I gotta work tomorrow too. 6 o'clock in the morning, but it's a short shift.
Oh no, not 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. It only
Oh.
sucks because you have to be up at like 4 to do it.
You know, my cat is staring at me right now, and I think sometimes he isn't. He can only hear one side of the conversation. He must be sitting there thinking, "My human's gone mad."
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I like to meow when I know there's a cat in a room. I know they probably can't hear all of it, or if they hear some of it, just because I'm wondering if it confuses them more. Like my human has gone insane, but there's something weird coming from the other end.
Yeah, sometimes I just like to make chicken noises at him because that confuses the hell out of him,
Yeah. Well, there's.
doesn't it?
I don't know how many other people have cats who do this. I do know it's a cat thing, but when they make the chirp noises at birds. Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's. I think apparently there's a few schools of thought on that. The one I prefer is that it's frustration that they can't get at the bird.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what Blind Girl thinks about it.
I don't think.
I think it's a mixture of both. I think it's the frustration at not being able to get to the bird, but I also think it's something where I could see them chirping with the hopes of like having a bird look closer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, guys.
Excitement and frustration.
Oh, Tennessee. Oh, I just got a big boner.
It sounded like you were having a shit, actually.
Yeah, a little bit.
Guys. Tennessee passes bill forcing drunk drivers to pay child support if they kill parents of minors.
What happens if they kill parents of people who are in a different occupation than mining?
You ruined the moment, Batman. You ruined it. But oh my God, isn't that great? That's amazing. I like that idea. You fucking kill the kid's kid? Kill the kid's parents? You kill the kid's parents? You're paying child support, bitch. I love it. That is awesome.
I'm not sure how I feel about it. I mean, on the face of it, it's a good idea, but it's something you'd have to wait and see what happens with it long term.
Mm-hmm. No, but it's nice to have another deterrent. It's certainly another thing to think about. Like, do I really want to kill somebody's parents and then have to pay for their child support?
Actually, I think the punishment of drunk drivers who kill people, their punishment should be left up to the family. Obviously, something that's short of torture or murder. But it should be left up to the surviving family members. Yeah, like having them marooned on a desert island with with only some basic survival equipment. And you think, oh, that's not so bad. There's usually a lot of food on desert islands. Not if it's a deserted island, like somewhere off the coast of Canada.
Yeah.
You say that, but they just don't have many. And they have to be quick and resourceful about it because it's going to snow.
Mm-hmm.
No, they could do that in the UK too, you know. It's not like you guys have like excellent islands all over the place. I've heard of some of your islands being kind of like rocks in the middle of the ocean.
Most of them are rocks in the middle of the ocean.
It's so...
There's one north of Scotland. Its name is Rockhall because that's all it is. It's this rock sticking out of the ocean. You couldn't even you couldn't even put a portaloo on it.
Now, can you stop meowing?
What?
The cat.
What's the cat doing?
Hey, you. Can you stop meowing at me?
Meow.
Oh, God, Blue, that's horrible. That's cruel and unusual punishment.
Being forced to be with my brother for a day. That's funny.
Blue's brother is the reason all the paedophiles have left his town.
Oh, God.
That's funny. But doesn't that make him sort of a low-key savior to the other children?
Yes.
No, because the other children got to put up with him as well.
Yeah, but at least they don't get butt raped.
It's the
I
anti-pedo
think
bear.
they might prefer it.
Oh, poor Blue's brother. I'm sure.
What do you mean, Blue? What do you mean, poor Blue's brother? Poor Matilda's brother, i.e., Blue.
Meow. Meow. Meow, meow, meow.
Meow.
Yes, those meows are for you, dummy.
Meow.
You notice when a cat's cleaning his forepaw, it looks like he's eating an ice cream.
Yes. Only if it's a Oreo cat, though. If it's a complete cat of color, then not so much.
Mine's a black and white one, so.
Mine too. Well, one of them. The other one's a full cat of color. I think Wilson actually likes to whiteface.
Apparently, Red Feathers put a thing in suggestions in BG's Discord.
Oh, we got
Oh.
Sounds.
Good. We got something in suggestions. Oh, yeah, it's going to be great.
All right. We'll make this the last story, though, because I think we're about, like, 13 minutes into the 2-hour mark. And I like streaming, but I have to go to bed early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, yeah, I love
I have
this
to be at
one.
work.
I love what you posted because I heard about it all day from the Daily Wire. Pooh-yah!
Apparently, Red Feather has an orange cat and a tortoise shell. I don't know what that's got to do with cats, like. So she's got a dried, cleaned out tortoise shell, has she? Does she use that to throw it at the cat?
Yes.
Apparently, it's not an article.
Yes. Oh, was I supposed to start reading it?
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't sure if it was for me, like, cause she.
Oh,
Alright, yeah,
just,
I could go look. Yeah, I could read it. Give you a break.
uh,
Let me just find
doesn't
it.
matter. I think it was a YouTube link, anyways. But like, I've heard the news story of it, and I mean, it's pretty amazing.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a YouTube, so I can't show that. I can talk about it though.
Something about tinfoil hats.
Yeah, DeSantis wants to sign a law, or no, he's not wanting. He's going to dissolving.
No, he did already.
Mhm.
He signed the law.
Good.
Isn't that tinfoil hats? Isn't that one of Red Feather's favorite fashion items?
They
What?
told me when we told the people what we're talking about. We didn't
Jen-
tell them. We didn't tell them what law we were talking about yet.
No, but Jen,
Mm-hmm.
if you're going to die quietly,
No,
please.
no.
Oh, but anyways,
I'm
yeah.
asking you.
Continue, Jen. Continue,
Continue,
Jen.
Jen.
Well, I can't really because there's not much on here. It's a YouTube video that she shared.
Oh
But-
no, but I mean, we only got to signed the law. We didn't read the rest of it.
Okay, yeah, he signs laws dissolving Walt Disney's world self government.
Exactly, because Walt Disney World used to have self-governing status in Florida,
I heard that as well, yeah.
Mhm.
and Ron DeSantis just went revoked.
Well, it should never have been a thing to begin with,
No, it shouldn't have.
because it's basically another country inside of the United States.
Yep. And they went up against him for the, don't say gay bill. They're like, we're going to use all our resources against you. So he's like, okay, dissolved.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now
God,
you no longer have special status. Fuck you, Mickey Mouse.
I mean, can you imagine that if Disney, seeing it was basically another country, went to war with the United States? I mean, how would American soldiers react to our face against troops who are all dressed like Mickey Mouse and Goofy?
They'd probably say something like, they'd say hot dog. Hot diggity dog.
I mean, God, Goofy troops trying to cross a minefield with those feet.
Well, he's one of the mind dogs.
Still on one. Oh.
He's a mind dog. Woo!
Yeah, apparently
mean-
they're allegedly harboring maps and or no maps. But yeah, they've said that before. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
You know what's depressing right now? Okay, as a conservative, we're going, yay! No more masks, we can breathe fresh air. That's +1 for us. Then we're going, yay! We're not going to sexualize the young kids before 8. +1 for us. I'm thinking, how far we've fallen that we think it's just one victory point doing things that used to be a no-brainer, duh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We really
Yay! Science teachers are enforced to teach that there are only two genders.
Yeah, like, we need to start embracing and loving normal. Normal is an okay word. You know what else is an okay word? Different. They're both okay, equally.
Words,
Different, not less.
words in general are okay.
Yeah. Normal people are cool. Not normal people are also cool. There we go. The end. Why do we need to make a big deal out of all of the things?
Because the people who do that lead sad and boring lives and do not know how to entertain themselves correctly.
Kind of like me when I realized I ran out of ice cubes and I want to drink some Coke.
I thought you snorted coke. This
No.
is what she said, kind of coke.
Dude, me snorting anything is never a good idea.
No, but if you ever want to take a fuzzy drink and snort it online, I wouldn't suggest that, but it'd be funny as shit.
A fuzzy drink.
Yeah, like fizzy. Fuzzy.
Oh,
fizzy,
right.
You know, bubbly. Pop.
Ah, right. It's when you said fuzzy, I was thinking, what, like, it's like some Canadian drink that's covered in fur.
I wouldn't be
Yes.
surprised. I'm sure somewhere in my country there's something like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they probably call it something gross like beaver balm.
Waiter, my beaver bomb's got a ball patch.
Right?
Yeah. Yeet.
That sounded like a snore.
No, that was my cat. That,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
that's a cat.
Is he snoring?
Nope,
are you bitching 'cause you want some food?
probably. He's over cleaning again, which usually means that he's.
Are you late feeding him?
No?
Yes,
Oh. Well, yeah.
You should
kind
feed
of.
him.
Not that late, actually, yeah. But then again, I fed him early beforehand, so I think it's fair.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
Besides, he's a cat. He thinks he should be fed every 5 minutes, even if he's not hungry.
You're not wrong.
No, actually, Red Feather, he saw you in the chat and he's growling at you.
That's
Yeah.
See? Yeah,
Sure.
he can read.
All over. How is it that Jen is schmammered and can pay attention, and I'm schmammered and I'm like over the rainbow?
Uh,
How does this work?
I don't know. Time.
sorcery.
Yes. I also
I
have
agree.
a high tolerance for things. Like I run through things very, very quickly.
She's on drugs and she's got a high tolerance. Haha.
I know, right? Honestly, I gotta lay off the pot, not because it's like it's also probably due for me to take a break from it, and I don't want to yet. Like I do and I don't. Because part of the pot is the habit of it. Like I like the flavor of it too. It's the problem. It's like cigarettes.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
When
I
you-
could understand why people take pot, right? Marijuana and that. Because it chills you out, it mellows you out, right?
Mhm.
It can be a good de-stressor, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I can't understand why people take any of the hard drugs that
Mhm.
really mess with your brain.
Yeah, I don't get that either. I don't. Like I imagine it has to be a nice feeling or something, but I just can't imagine because
Yeah, but after you come down off it, you feel worse than you started off, and that doesn't go away until you go back on it.
mm-hmm.
And it gets worse and worse until it kills you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pot doesn't really do that. You just kind of wake up disappointed when you don't have any more.
Yeah.
Like you don't feel pain from it. You're just like, oh, that sucks. And then you're a little bit depressed for the day. You get
I
over
think
it.
the weird thing is it totally destroys your perception of time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You do consume a lot more coffee too. Like I have to be careful with that one as well because coffee is another expensive one up here.
It's not just coffee; it's liquid.
Mhm.
I think pot. You're constantly dehydrating while you're under the effects of it.
Yep.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, the cannabis resin actually got me addicted to Coca-Cola.
Coke.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know the
Yep.
the small bottles of Coke, yeah, the 330 milliliter bottles.
Yep.
Mhm.
I was going through 6 of those a day.
Wow. But they're good.
Oh yeah,
Yep. Yeah, I do drink a little bit more Coke when I'm high too. That's true. It's the fuzzy. Cause I don't know. I'm more dehydrated by
it's
fuzzy.
it's the acid. It's also the acidic sensation,
Mhm.
especially when you're high.
Mm-hmm. That's why I don't necessarily mind, and don't get me wrong, they're disgusting. But the spritzer waters, like the flavored ones, You
I'm
should.
sorry I'm quietly judging you right now.
You should, because they're gross. They are gross. But on the odd occasion that I don't have the sugary drink version of that, they do kind of help a little bit because they have the that acidity in the bubbles. They're gross because it feels like somebody took like a cherry pit and then put it in water and then spritzed it up and it was like, that tastes delicious.
This is weird one. You know what Alka-Seltzer is?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the liver salt.
Yep.
You can actually use that as a soft drink, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it even says on the can. But I used to love that when I was a kid.
I like mixing that kind of stuff with like just regular juice sometimes. Like if I just
Mhm.
want like a regular orange juice or apple juice is actually really good bubbled. Like if you add a little bit of something bubbly to it, it's really really nice. And I just because juice already has a lot of sugar. It was one of those things where when I had to do nutrition with my brother for his diet and stuff like that, they were like, let him have juice. It's still good for him. Just don't let him chug like a whole carton of it, which he's never had a problem with that because he's not as big a fan of juice as I am. But yeah, juice has a lot of sugar in it.
Yep.
Like when they say a little cup, they mean a little cup. But if you add some
Apparently the
Mhm.
best juice to have, from what I've heard, especially when it comes to hydration, is
Mhm.
apple juice.
Yeah, I could see that because of the
But
acidity.
not the fermented variety.
Mm-hmm. Oh, like apple cider.
Or as we just call it cider over here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if it's not fermented apple juice, it's just apple juice.
Mm-hmm. I think it's because I don't doubt we get that from you because our orchard came from you. Some
Yeah.
pear cider, apple cider. I don't know if they do it with. I imagine they can do it with peaches. If you can do it with
Yes, you
apples,
can.
you can do it with peaches.
Yeah, you can. But the real home of cider in the UK is Devon, Cornwall, that way, where they make this cider called Scumpy, which it will knock the hardest drinker on their back after 2 pints.
Ooh, what do they
Yeah.
have? Okay, makes me wonder what was in the apples. Because that can change. Like that's one of the things I like about talking about simple ingredients like apples or eggs.
It's partially how long they ferment it for.
Mm-hmm. I'm muted. I'm trying to mute between my coughs.
Don't bother. Blind girl doesn't care. I don't care. I don't think the audience cares.
Yeah, exactly.
There's only 4 people watching now, and 2 of them will be, possibly 3 of them are us.
Probably. No, don't make me laugh while I'm coughing too. No, it's not that.
Why?
It's just
That's the fun.
well, yeah. It's more that every time I have one of the bad ones, I'm like right next to my mic and I'm like, mute, 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 mute.
Oh shit! I just hit that mic with half a gram of phlegm.
Oh no, I'm not having those kind of coughs. These are pot coughs.
Mm.
Pot coughs are stupid. They're kind of like cigarette coughs. Like they're there because you wanted to get a little bit stoned.
It never made me cough.
Really? You lucky.
Not even if I was using a lung.
Huh.
2 of my cousin's son's friends, I mean, they'd be in the 30s at the time, around theirs for a party, right? And these 2 lads, they've got this lung, right?
Mhm.
They'd take a hit and cough. Then they passed it to me, and I took the hit, and just took it back, and they're sitting there staring at us. And, are you holding your breath? No. You're not coughing. I've been smoking since I was 15. Yeah, something like this isn't going to make me cough.
Yeah.
And then they brought out vapes, and if I try and use a vape, that's it. I'm coughing for half an hour.
That's because they're so smooth.
I think that's because it's basically it's a liquid vapor.
Mhm.
And it's smooth.
So
Yes,
Batman.
I did inhale red feather, and I know what you're trying to say, and it's just not funny. Another red feather joke bites the dust.
Aw, but at least she was cute typing it.
No, she wasn't. I mean, her jokes are like Indians in Hollywood films that bite the dust all the time.
Hey, Red Feather's a looker.
Yes, I know she's got a pair of eyes that work. She's a looker, right?
She's a looker at your age. You don't get too many of those left, you know?
Yes, you get quite a few.
Oh.
And
Never
older.
mind then.
I mean, look at Linda Carter. She's in her 70s. And there's people in their 20s would still bang her.
Okay, that's fair. Red Feather, you need to be more like Betty White. There we go.
Betty White's dead. She doesn't want to be like Betty White.
I know, right?
Well, if Betty White were still alive and walking around and yelling at people and stuff.
Well, you mean you want Red Feather to start telling us yeah really nice stories about St. Olaf's.
Yes. Exactly.
She's not smart enough to be that character.
Oh.
Is somebody grabbing your arm from behind there?
Nope. I'm just stretching.
That's what it looked like. It looked like somebody grabbed your right arm and was pulling it behind the seat.
Nope.
Hmm.
It's just my the clothing I'm wearing. Kind of blends in with my. I also have a sweater here too.
You know what really gets the guys going is when you stretch both arms back. Just saying, at the same time.
Yeah, like that. No, I just.
Oh,
like
see.
the sweater. Oh, I
Also,
cracked
the
something
titties
too.
a little further, like the titties come out, you're like, ooh, there we go, the titties.
Oh, that part's not happening. But the crack that I had was fantastic when I did that because you were like, hold them both up at the same time. I'm like, okay, I'll do that. Crack.
Red Feather, you think it's gross. Not as gross as I think it is.
Well, you two are just silly. I mean,
Yes.
other than the fact that Red Feather already has a cute guy, you and Red Feather would be perfect for each other.
We'd be found dead within a week.
Which means both you having the same kind of dead date, you exactly were perfect for each other. That's about
Oh.
it.
Because one of us would be killed outright and the other one would die from sustained wounds.
Yeah, but we don't know that's what happened yet. We're not, like, dead people experts.
Before I died, I would write out an explanation.
That takes too long, dude. That's why nobody does it.
She's not wrong. She does live in Florida. When she says he wouldn't be found, there is that possibility.
She's
too.
assuming that she would kill me. She wouldn't.
See, you guys are thinking the same way. Again, perfect for each other.
No,
I
you're
bet
you're
you
wrong, Blind
anything
Girl.
she has a secret pet alligator. I keep talking to her
Opposite.
about this because she's
Well,
from Florida.
She thinks she still has one,
Oh
but
no, he's
it's
co-opted
gone.
your pet pup.
It's gone missing.
Oh,
Yeah. You stole her alligator.
wow.
I know her alligator. Well, part of her alligator now goes on holiday with me every year.
Oh my god, Batman. Like, I didn't think you needed a pet alligator to protect
No.
you or anything, but fine. From, like,
No,
a lonely woman, too? Like,
blind
that?
girl. I said part of her pet alligator goes on holiday with me.
Oh.
The skin.
I don't think Batman kills animals either, does he?
If he has to. Oh, Red Feather, not the Bermuda Triangle. That's been debunked so many times. You can do
Bermuda
better than
Triangle's
that.
still a thing?
Hold on, Blind Girl. You can do better than that, Red. Oh, no, wait, you can't, can you?
Is the Bermuda Triangle thing, like, still a thing?
It wasn't a thing until Charles Burlitz wrote his book about it and made his film about it.
Oh, really? Well, shit. That makes planet Earth kind of more boring than I thought it was
Not
5
really.
minutes ago.
Not really, it doesn't. Red Feather, I replaced it with a plastic model, which I'm surprised you haven't realised yet.
Well, she doesn't listen to the thing breathe every night.
That's called a tape recording.
Oh.
I'm surprised she can hear anything at night because she snores so loudly.
I don't think I snore.
Yeah, you snore. You can ask Jen when she puts her headset back on.
I will in a second. Do I have one? Yeah, I do. I wanted to see if that would work.
Nah,
I don't think it did.
nah.
No. I mean, you saw what I was doing.
Yeah. It looks like you're trying to hang yourself with your own hair at the moment.
Yeah. I watch stuff on occasion. I'm like, I wonder if that actually fucking works. I'm like, no, not really. I think I
Yeah,
just
when one of the hosts is messing with the hair, it's time to close the stream.
pretty much.
But Jen,
Mhm.
doesn't blind girls snore?
Actually, she just passes out and pukes on a rock. And I'm sorry.
I mean, when
had-
she's not
I-
puking on the road, when she's actually asleep, she snores. I've heard her snore.
a little bit. She's got a little snore. She's got a little snore.
It's not a loud
Hey,
snore.
don't betray me, Jen.
It's not a loud snore. It's a cute girly snore.
Yeah, yeah. I also was trying really hard to get, like, it's not just that I wanted to send people over to send you back to bed. Like, I know you were fine and safe on the floor, but I also wanted them to send you nice stuff, like, just to say random shit.
I was
That's
trying to
not bad.
I was trying to give her nightmares.
Yeah, you did. You did put out some interesting ideas. BG. I can't remember. Something to do with, I think I was
Being
making
mu-
up stuff.
Being married to Trudeau.
Yeah, you went there. Yeah, I remember I was trying to go with something more realistic.
Fine girl.
Yeah.
Justin Trudeau's chasing you through the woods with a chainsaw, and he's dressed up as a clown.
He's not Shia LaBeouf.
And he's also in blackface.
Dress up as
Well,
a-
that's so we don't go blind from the look of his actual face. So he wears blackface to preserve all of the children's natural eyesight.
Not working, is it?
No, but it makes him thinks that it does, So he feels better, which is totally what counts, right?
Red Feather's not wrong. Everyone snores sometimes. But have you ever woken yourself up with your own snoring?
No, but I did wake myself up with fart once.
It's weird when you wake yourself up because you realise you're snoring before you actually wake up. It's weird.
It's really weird.
I think one of the weird things when you're sleeping is, when you're just nodding off and you start dreaming like you're on a bike and you go over a bump and the bump wakes you up.
Yeah,
That's weird
yeah, it is.
because it takes you another hour to get back to sleep.
Exactly.
It's like this one time when I was sleeping in the first time in my life, and I don't know why it was while I was in the middle of sleeping. I had a Charlie horse, and I kicked my poor cat off the bed. And she was so confused, like, why did you kick me off the bed? And I was dying on the bed, like, what the fuck is a Charlie horse?
Blind Girls heard this one. You haven't. It's going back quite a few years now. You know those mornings where you wake up and you feel absolutely wonderful?
Mm-hmm.
It was one of those mornings, yeah. The sun was coming through the curtains. I woke up, I felt great, really refreshed, ready to tackle the day. Thought, it's going to be a great day today. Get out of bed, and as soon as my feet touch the ground, I get this horrific cramp in my left calf. So I'm hopping about the bedroom, shaking my left leg, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get rid of this cramp. The cat thinks I'm playing. He attacks my right leg. So Now I'm kicking the cat off my right leg and hopping on both feet, right?
Mhm.
And the cat's backing away from me because he's just been kicked off my leg when he thought I was playing. Then I catch my feet in my jeans and hit the bedroom floor with my chin.
Oh, ouch.
And the day just got worse from there.
Yeah, but cats are dumb like that. Like, they're funny and they're fun,
Yeah.
but they're dumb like that. Like, there's this one time where I still had a roommate at the time, and she had a dog, and he was a nice dog. I had something of a gate that I'd put up for the cats so the dog couldn't get in the room. Like, the cat always had a place in the room where she could go and not worry about the dog.
hmm
Up until they both realized that he could leap over the fence. He just doesn't usually do that. He just, you need a little bit of a run for it. And so there was this one day where he was sitting at the doorway and he was just wagging his tail because they were gonna go for a walk. He's a he's a happy puppy,
Yeah.
and Cat sees a dog swinging back and forth, sees tail going back and forth, and so the cat's like, "I'm gonna launch at it." Does so. And the dog proceeds to think, "Oh, well, this is funny. You want to play with me? You've never wanted to play with me. This is great. I'm going on a walk and the cat wants to play with me." So he leapt over the barrier. And the cat's like, "Oh shit, he can do that." And so she hid under my bed until I got home. And so my roommate has this picture of the dog on top of my bed, leaning over, looking down at the cat. And the cat's looking up at him like,
Who cat? Oh, Blue's saying that he's not allowed cats. His family hate cats. There's an easy answer, Blue. Get a new family.
"Oh my
Or
god."
just get one anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, you generally read when a cat's wagging its tail, it means it's pissed off.
Yes.
Well,
Or
just
just keep hands and fingers digits away from sharp pointed objects
mind
that
it
are on cats.
depends upon the speed and frequency of the tail wagging, because sometimes it does mean that the cat's happy. If it's like a gentle, relaxed motion, that means the cat's content.
Yeah.
If it's moving relatively fast and it's like jerky, yeah, keep away from the cat.
I said my another thing I used to say though, that dog that she had was the best dog. Like he was a nut and he wasn't necessarily perfect because he could definitely sneak into your door to get food. He
Mhm.
did all the time. Um but if she wanted to leave that dog, I would have taken him at any time. But he was very expressive. So if you were doing something as a human that he wasn't sure about, he would give you this look like he was trying to figure out what you were doing, like he'd do the head tilt thing. So there's this one day where we're taking him for a walk and we have all the doggy bags. We had two. He used two. Always bring more than two because they can go more than twice. It's a dog.
Yep.
On the way back, we were like, "Well, shit, we don't have the other bag," and we were like, "Okay, well, we'll have to go back to the store or something, or just pretend like it wasn't us." I guess everybody has that one time where they fail.
Yep.
And so I just said this to be a dick, but I was with her and her boyfriend at the time, and he had just about finished his coffee. He still had a little bit left, but he just about finished his coffee. I said this as a joke. I didn't think he'd take me seriously. I joked that he could use it as a scoop. And he misunderstood me, and he decided it would be a good idea to stick his cup underneath his dog's bum, because he hadn't really pooped yet. Like, he was in the motion of pooping while we were discussing what to do.
Just wait till the dog poops, then use the cup as a scoop.
Well, no, that's the problem. The dog pooped into the cup.
Yeah, and then just
Idea how badly I wanted to film that. Just like, two girls, one cup. Well, one dog, one cup.
That would have been pretty famous.
Because the look
You
on
would
his
have had
face,
like
the look on his face that he's giving is like, Because he was daddy, like her boyfriend was basically the dog's daddy, so he's giving his daddy this look like, why are you sticking your cup under my bum?
Yeah, he was probably,
I'm
you know,
waiting for somebody to come out with that, a little harness on the back of a dog with some kind of sack attached to it, so that when you take your dog for a walk, you don't have to stop and poop scoop.
I'm surprised somebody hasn't, actually.
Like you're like the grass collector bag on a hover mower.
Right? I should bring that up. We all know of at least a couple people who are like into leatherworking, or like I know at least two. Doesn't Dale and
No, Dale's just into leather,
you see?
and bondage and Charlotte Sorter.
well, I
I'm
was
sorry.
thinking between him and Cryptic and all the people that we know who are low key engineers, I'm just thinking we should totally come
Yeah,
up with a poop
Yeah, that
sack for the
Cryptic's
dog.
into the same kind. Cryptic's into that kind of leather as well,
Right?
like gimp suits and whips.
Right? So we want to make a harness for the dog so you don't ever have to clean up after while you do, but
Red Feather is also apparently into all those weird leather fetishes as well.
Creepy.
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, we've kind of gone the hippie route. Like, I mean, at least with our guys, they went with the old school stuff, like paper bags. That's biodegradable. It's just laughable because we're all still old enough to remember when paper bags were already a thing, and then they went to plastic, and then they went to the reusable ones, which are cloth bags, which honestly they should just stick to those. They last longer. That's the point. You don't need as many of them. And you can fix them, or you can recycle them again.
washable poop scoop bags.
So some hippie's gonna do it, right?
Hmm.
This is the thing, like, we have all these ideas. What we don't have is the morals to just make them and sell them to stupid rich people.
Oh, I've got the morals. I've got the morals to make them sell to stupid rich people. I just don't have the resources to start off the company.
Right? Sorry, I know I sound like I'm being mean here, but it's just a lot of the shit that you see being sold to dumb rich people. You're like, it takes me 5 seconds to just do it like this, right?
What you mean, like pet rocks?
Mm-hmm. Or like the juicer that was just a bag of juice that smushed it out.
Mm-hmm. I still, even to this day, I can't believe the stupidity of the people who bought pet rocks.
I can understand the pet rock kits because those gave you paint and like a paintbrush and then the rock, and then you designed your own pet.
It would be much cheaper just to buy the stuff yourself and do it.
No, it depends on where you live. Sometimes here the art supplies can be a hit and miss. Like if I go to my crafting store section in my area, like my store, like a little paint set, like a little cheap Crayola paint set, you would probably find at a Dollarama or your version. Like you guys have
Oh,
Poundland.
yeah. Hold on, Blue's saying he's a youngling. All he remembers is plastic crap for everything. Yes, being a youngling, you probably remember Anakin Skywalker going into your compound and killing everybody. Star Wars reference.
I know. I even remember the one. I'm just like, oh, okay.
It was one of those horrible prequels that should never have been a thing.
This is true.
Anyway, we're well past the point of when I should have ended my stream. So
Yes.
I don't know.
There's actually 5 people watching now.
I know, right? We increased. That's why I kept going. I was like, well, we got back up to 8. I was like, well, maybe people want to watch a little more. I mean, but I can't keep this up for too much longer because I do eventually have to start getting ready to wind down and go to bed. I just think too much, like it's one of those things where you think too much before you go to sleep, so you need a little bit of stupid shit to watch to like get rid of the thoughts.
Most of the people come here for Wilson's, so I mean, I know it's true. Yeah,
Well, maybe we should air Wilson before we go.
Nice.
we should, but he's over there. That's too far.
Nah, we're good. We're good. We're good.
That's too far.
One of the well, you know what? Next day is I think your stream. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it is.
So you know what? You could always put up a camera for a little bit because you're better at,
Yeah.
at hooking that stuff up, and you can show me while you do it, so I know what you're doing. I can say,
Yeah,
"Oh,
we
I'm
really need it.
educated."
You really need a Wilson cam.
You do. I mean, not all the time because we do have a point to this stream, and people like you too.
Mhm.
But a Wilson cam is also a good way to invite people who want to come in because Wilson's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also
and
Ozzy because Ozzy's also cute.
Yeah, they're likable.
Mm-hmm. So is
Yeah.
Unlike, unlike the people who are on the stream right now.
Oh, we're all likable.
All three of them.
Yeah. Wilson just has a love for whiteface, whereas Ozzy is the nigga.
Can't say that word.
No, you can't say it with the hard R, but AH is still cool.
Oh, that word. Yeah, I was on about whiteface.
Oh.
That's
yeah.
our word.
Oh.
So I know that you don't really do a lot that you need a shout out for, but do you want to at all, Batman?
Not at present. I mean, the last time I was on, I did shill for history with Kaylee, because she's good.
Mhm.
She's this Dutch girl, does about ancient history and human evolution and stuff. I think you probably watch it, don't you?
I probably have, yeah. I'm pretty sure I have.
Cute, blonde woman, glasses, sensationally huge eyebrows.
That could be a lot of people.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't know. I watch so many people on the YouTube for the history section of it. I probably have at some point though. Like there's a couple of ladies that I watch on occasion.
Yeah, but we're on about YouTube, not your spying habits.
I don't have spying habits. I don't leave
Yeah,
my
mate.
house enough to have that. I'm not too far off from a Terry, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I prefer the not leaving of the house as well.
It's just this thing where you realize that there's more bullshit outside your door, so why would you leave it? I mean, I know why. It's just some days I'm like, whoa. What's pulling me better be good today. I'm kidding. I'm exaggerating.
She's not, folks. She really isn't.
Blind girl. I know when you're doing your streams, but do the viewers of our stream know when you're doing your streams? When are you gonna be back on the YouTube?
Monday.
Yeah.
At a good old popular time.
One of these days we should have Dale on here so he can explain his end of Wednesday. Because I do have to apologize to him because I was just not sure of who to go to.
Don't
I think
apologize to him.
you should just have Dale on here one of these days so he can explain all about repealing the 19th.
All right, we could do that too.
No. Bad. No. We don't do... He's a misanthrope. We don't need those.
Well, a misanthrope means they hate everybody human.
Yeah, exactly. He's
So at least,
know?
misanthropy. At least he's he's not biased in his hatred.
True, but it also means he's a butthead.
Alrighty.
Yeah, then. Well, as soon as you do this, I'm going to go and feed the hairy bastard.
Yep.
Yay!
I'm gonna part ways with the stream, but I just wanted to leave with a sort of happy note. At least I think it's something some people should be happy about. I didn't follow the fucker because the guy was like the weird side of MGTOW. But Coach Red Pill ain't dead. You know?
It's not dead.
Yeah, Hey!
Even if you don't like the guy and you were sad that I don't know. There was a lot of people talking crap about the fact they thought he died. And I know some of them were a little bit worried that he had because they had regrets. And that's nice. That's nice that they were doing that. And there are other people who were like just concerned. I was just concerned because, yeah, he is a dude on the internet. It would really suck if, he got shot.
The first time I heard about it was when somebody said he was dead.
Mm-hmm.
He's not dead. Good.
No, he's not. They caught him and then they released him. I think they probably did what most people would do. And they look at him, they're like, yeah, he's just a weirdo on the internet. Let him go. Because it looks bad for them if they shoot him. Like, he's still just a dumb American.
Yeah.
He's still just a dumb American. Sorry, I'm a dumb Canadian too.
And the more dumb Americans you leave alive, the worse America gets.
I know, right?
True.
But I'm still glad that he didn't die, because I don't want somebody to die violently, even if it's just... He didn't do anything. He was a bit of a weirdo in terms of how he went about it.
Now he still is a bit of a weirdo.
Yeah, but now he's a weirdo over in Ukraine. That's fine. They share their weirdos with us all the time. We should share some of ours with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Putin's a Russian weirdo, not a Ukrainian weirdo.
If things went like both ways, for every foreigner we get who just ends up being a weird asshole, if we could just send our weirdos to their country, that would be fun. Just do an exchange of weirdos.
Yeah, but we got one closer. Like, Quebec's closer.
You send yours and we'll send yours. And we'll just have a merry old time with it. Your weirdos versus ours. We'll have
Yeah,
it
but
off.
unfortunately for you, nobody wants Justin Yaniv.
I know, right? No one wants Justin Trudeau either. He's a leader.
Nope.
True.
Anyway, we're going to part ways because I'm going to keep dying for a little bit, even though I haven't puffed in, a little bit.
Just cough there.
No, it was just a cough. And I will talk to you all next week, or next Wednesday, or next Monday, because I will be with you on Monday. I will be here on Wednesday. I do stuff with Hammer and Terry on Wednesday with the Minions, as far as I know. Nothing's changed there. You know what? If next week is boring, that means nothing happened.
Yeah.
Or the world ended.
That too.
True.
All right.
If the world ended, how would we even know? Because we'd be dead already. So there'd be nobody considers that the world has ended, and thusly, we would just never know that the world ended.
And
We'd all be sitting up there on clouds looking down, going, what the fuck happened?
And we're having the weirdest stream ever. That's right, folks, you're in hell, because this is the stream from heaven, and you get to listen to us for the rest of all eternity. If you're wondering why you're here, it's because it's your hell. Have fun with that.
And hi and bye, cannibalistic wizard.
Hi, cannibalistic. Yeah, we're gonna go, we're actually ending the
Oh!
stream. Ooh.
Hey, Cannibalist! Hi!
Wait.
Crap, how do I get you a wrench? Where is the... Ooh, right here? Is this how I give you a wrench? Add moderator. There we go. Wrench! Hi!
Type something in the chat, cannibalistic.
Let's go, Brandon! Agreed!
Yeah, she wants the bluest chat ever. I think he ran away, though. He was like, oh my god.
Oh, there are 7 people watching now.
I can't keep going for too much longer, though.
Yeah, let's chop it here.
Yeah.
Yeah, stop it here so we have no dead air.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you don't chop it here, you'll go for another 2 hours.
Well, you'll be happy to know that cannibalistic wizard is happily blue and he has a penis.
Yeah. Is it his though?
Good question.
Or is it what he's going to be putting in his sandwich?
Bluest chat ever. Ew. Alright, guys, I am putting my mouse over the stop stream, and we are going to stop stream. So have a good night.
Bye!
Oh, wait, I
Bye.
can always do this too.